Hey guys, it's Jessica, and you're watching again Advice with Jessica Sites, and today I'm going to do a real deal Madison Reed review on the product. If any of you have watched any of my prior videos, I've had a few videos out about Madison Reed, but have never really been honest and sat down and done a review about the product. And I felt like after my videos started getting so many hits on them that I needed to actually do a follow-up video and explain exactly what went on with Madison Reed so that this doesn't happen to somebody else. I decided to do something fun for Facebook Live. And in doing that, I realized that I had purchased a Madison Reed home hair kit. I had forgotten about it. I had gotten it in the mail a few weeks earlier. It had two applications of Madison Reed. So from looking at me, you can obviously tell that I take my hair up quite a bit lighter. So I think that this video may be different and more informative for those of you that are looking to lighten your hair versus going with like a dark color, because that might be where a lot of these issues came into play. So I thought this would be fun. For Facebook Live. So I decided that we would do it live on Facebook Live, and I would try to go through the Madison Reed kit and put the hair dye on, and then do a reveal later on that night, again on Facebook Live, as to how my hair turned out. So my mother-in-law, it comes over weekly, and she is actually a hairdresser. She's been doing my hair color for years at home. She buys expensive salon products that you can only use if you actually have a hairdresser license, not stuff that you can buy in the store. So she actually goes and buys good product. So when she was there off camera, I asked her and I said, do you think that it's safe to use, this Madison Reed stuff to do this little spoof or whatever you want to call it, for fun. So she looked at the ingredients and whatnot. And she said to me, and I remember, she's like, well, in all honesty, the peroxide part of it, which is the part that actually brings your hair color, lighter, is actually half the amount of what I would normally use on your hair, So I'm going to show you that because I want you guys to understand the difference. So this is what my mother-in-law purchases. This is Matrix 40 volume cream developer. So this is actually, I guess, 40% peroxide from how I'm understanding it. Madison Reed gives you a color activator, okay, which is supposedly equivalent to this. And nowhere on here does it say what percentage it is. It doesn't tell you how much developer it has or what the difference is. So we had to kind of investigate and look into the ingredients, and we found out that it's actually 20%. So that's actually half. So we thought, well, it's half the strength. What could it hurt? So with her on the sidelines, we gave it a whirl, and I tried to go through the box and do the application myself. I've never done my own hair color. I've been very fortunate because my mother-in-law does hair, so I've never had to actually put on my own hair color, so it was supposed to be, fun. So we opened the kit, and it's pretty cute. You open it, and it's like, hello, beautiful. It's supposed to make you feel pretty. And it comes with all sorts of stuff. It's got the gloves. It's got your barrier cream so that you don't burn your forehead. You've got, like, the nice cap to conceal your hair. You've got your, I actually have the other application here because I will never use it again. You've got your radiant cream color. And the one that they sent me based on the, you do basically like an online, I don't want to say quiz, but it's like a questionnaire so that they can answer what color you probably need. And what they came up for me was that I was supposed to be Bologna Blonde, if you can see that. So basically it's really simple. You mix the color with the color wherever I put it, here it is, with the color activator. You put them together and you section your hair off. I'm going to sum this up. You can watch the other video if you want to, because I go step by step through it, and you apply, you know, in sections, you apply the color. I did find for a first-time person doing it that it was a little bit difficult, you know, just to kind of get to the back and whatnot. So my mother-in-law stepped in. I asked her for help, and she just finished helping me with the application process. I found it was actually quite comfortable. It didn't really burn my hair, like, or my scalp line. Sometimes, you know, I guess the peroxide level can make your, it can sting a little bit. So I was like, maybe it's the barrier cream. I didn't know. Well, come to find out, it's because they're not giving you as much hydrogen peroxide. But we're going to get to all the Madison Reed lies here in a little bit. So you put the cap on, 45 minutes later, you wash it out and you style it. Well, initially, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was okay. I was like, all right, it's not bad. It didn't quite take me as blonde as I normally would be, but it was manageable. It was good. I felt like it covered the grays. You know, I knew probably several weeks out again that I was going to need some more color. But the real disaster, I guess, comes a week down the road. And if you stay, you know, and listen to the rest of this video a little bit, I'm going to tell you what happened a week later, because it's beyond your wildest dreams as to what this hair product did to my hair. So I went back on Facebook Live. I'm like, hey guys, you know, blow drying it. It's not bad overall. I was like, you know, thumbs up. Not too bad, Madison Reed. A few days later, washed my hair, washed it again. And then I started looking at myself, and the color basically was like washing out. It was not adhering. And it was going back to basically what it was before. The roots were just as, or pretty close to just as dark. And I was like, oh, good grief. I can't, you know, can't go around with my hair like this with blonde, and then, you know, the roots had grown out even a little bit more. I was like, I'm going to have to, you know, get it colored. So I had my mother-in-law come over the next week, of course, you know, to help me. But this is what I want to talk about, because I've done, without getting into what happened that week after, I want to let you guys know what Madison Reed is promising you. And I don't want this, like I said, to happen to anybody else. So I'm on their website actually right now, and they have ingredients with integrity. Oh, do they? Mm-hmm. Argan oil. Sounds pretty. It's got little hearts by it and everything. Keratin. Ooh, keratin sounds nice. Ginseng root extract. Honey. I like honey. Who doesn't like honey? Mongongo oil. The heck is that? Mongolian oil, I guess? I don't know. Baobab oil and maracuja oil. I mean, oils, keratin, honey. I mean, this all sounds wonderful. It sounds nourishing and great. Okay. And they do probably, they have small amounts of this in their product. I'm not going to lie. But they also claim that they don't have some of the toxic stuff, okay? This is where people are getting roped in. They're like, toxic? I don't want toxic things on my hair. Who would want toxic things on their hair? Nobody. It has no PPD. Okay. That sounds like a tuberculosis test. Sounds bad, right? No PPD. No ammonia. Does it not have ammonia? No parabens. No resorcinol. Frightening. No gluten. Gluten, everybody wants to be gluten-free. I mean, we've clearly got to take the gluten out of our hair too, right? No titanium dioxide. No cruelty to animals. Well, that's good. I do like that. And lastly, no sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay, all of these sound like toxic chemicals. Nobody wants that in their hair. So I was sold. You were probably sold. I mean, what could be wrong? Send it to your home. It's healthy. It's natural. You've got oils. We're taking out all these horrible chemicals, and your hair is going to achieve that box color or better home care dyeing that you dream of. Okay. Well, in further research after my disaster, come to find out it does have these things. It has all of these things, but they're just broken down into different products that they're able to use the names differently. So in order to achieve hair dye or hair bleaching or chemical, they have to have chemicals. It is impossible to do somebody's hair and bring it to a color or level of achievement that we're all looking for without having chemicals in it. I don't know the exact chemical equations and biological things that go on into it, but what I do know based on research and things that I've read is that these chemicals are in there. They are just broken down into smaller forms so that they can say that it doesn't contain these products, okay? So I don't want you guys to be fooled, and I don't want you to be sold on that you're getting away from it and you are not using it. So a week later, my mother-in-law comes, and I'm like, I need you to help me. I mean, my color is gone. Can you please help me and put this, lighten my hair back up? Of course, she, has always done my hair, so she says yes, and she buys the product, and we put it on. Well, after she put the hair color on my hair, and I'm not thinking anything about it. You sit around for 45 minutes, we're chit-chatting. She's looking at me and she's like, that's weird. I don't remember the color taking to your hair like that. Like, I don't remember it looking purpley, and I was like, immediately panicked. I'm like, what do you mean? So I ran to the mirror and I looked, and sure enough, I noticed the same thing. My color doesn't normally go on looking like it has a purpley tint to it. But, my mother-in-law's, maybe I bought a little bit of the wrong shade. I'm not sure. So for documentation purposes, and just to kind of make a joke about it at the time, I started to grab the camera. I'm like, let's just follow this for fun and see, I'm sure it's going to be fine. Well, I take a shower, I get out of the shower, and take the towel off of my hair, and the first thing I do is I look, and the entire root line where the Madison Reed product had gone, and whatever they put in it or however they do it, had obviously done something to my hair that these normal hair dyes that I normally use on my hair all the time did not take the same. And my hair, you will have to see it in these videos, was purple. It was purple from here to here along the entire area where she had placed, where Madison Reed product, had gone on. So I went out in a panic, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And my poor mother-in-law, laughing, because it's a nervous laugh. It's like, what happened? Where did we go wrong? What happened here? So with my hair being purple, we tried to fix it. We tried to lighten it a little bit more, and the normal products that we use were not taking the same. And this is where I want to come in and warn everybody. If you use Madison Reed, you're going to have to wait a long time before you try to go right behind it and color your hair again. And it might be different for those that are lightening it versus darkening. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is. But upon trying to fix it, it went into a debacle that got worse. Nothing was taking right. It went from purple, it went orange, then it went to bright red. And we finally gave it one last attempt, and we were luckily able to get it back to a somewhat reasonable color. Thank goodness that my mother-in-law knew what she was doing, and we were able to get it back to somewhat where I wanted to be originally. But I want to warn to everybody, I would stay away from Madison Reed. I don't think they're being truthful. I think that they're telling lies. I think that they're selling this in a way that is very appealing to everybody. It's appealing to the masses because everybody wants to hear nowadays chemical-free, healthy for your hair, good for your hair, and we want to hear that you can do it quick and easy and at home. And that's not what the Madison Reed product really contains and what it really has. So I urge you guys to really think about it before you use it. Do your own research yourself. You're going to find the same things. There's actually been a lot of people posting about Madison Reed and the lies that they are telling. Leave me a comment below. Have you used Madison Reed? Have you thought about using Madison Reed? If you have, what outcome did you have? Did you have a great outcome and no problems? Did it not live up to your expectation? Leave me a comment and let me know. I'm curious to see what other people are dealing with. If you liked this video and found it informative, hit the like button or share this video below with others. Let them know, warn them that Madison Reed is not what it's cracked up to be.